It's the reaction to Final Four weekend coming up. We get through a busy weekend with some incredible games. Pete Iorizzo joins us every Monday, sports editor from the Times Union and also the columnist for the Times Union. And we react to his column every Monday. He didn't write one for Sunday. I'm hoping that he just kicked back this weekend, although I know he has kids that's not easier said than done. But watching some college hoop. Good morning, Pete Iorizzo. How are you?
Hey, Roger. How's it going?
We're good. We're good. Reacting to the college basketball weekend. Did you see any of it? And what are your thoughts of this now Final Four? I take it your bracket's busted up like everyone else's?
Yeah, I would not have probably maybe Gonzaga or maybe North Carolina. Other than that, I'm not sure I would. I didn't fill out a bracket this year, by the way, full disclosure. I haven't done it the past 2 years.
Wait a minute. What?
Come on, mate.
What?
You know, last year I thought, let me see what it would be like to experience an NCAA tournament without filling out a bracket. And I kind of liked it, actually. You remove yourself from sort of the having any kind of real rooting interest. And it felt like my interest in the tournament was, when you fill out a bracket, I feel like that first weekend just feels like you're like living and dying with every game, and maybe some people enjoy that part of it. And then once you get past that and your bracket's busted, then your interest sort of wanes toward the end of the tournament. Whereas not filling out a bracket and looking at it through the eyes of somebody who's trying to win money through this thing, I just kind of enjoy the whole tournament that way.
How much of the action did you get a chance to see this past weekend, Pete, and what stood out?
To be honest, I listened to more of it than I saw. I was in North Carolina for a wedding this weekend and heard the two games we were driving back yesterday. But definitely what stood out was the shot at the end of the North Carolina game yesterday. I guess that goes down as one of the great. Maybe that's the. If North Carolina goes on to win the championship, that's probably the defining moment from this tournament, right?
Oh, I think so. Yeah, for sure. I mean, I thought when Malik Monk made the three to tie it, at least we were going to get overtime. And look, Kentucky was down at the half. North Carolina was not playing great. Kentucky had foul trouble with their guys in the first half. And even Calipari said at halftime, look, I know we're down here, but not many, and I don't think we played very well because we were in foul trouble. And then they had a 5-point lead, Kentucky, with 5 minutes to go. Looked like they were going to win that game, and then they didn't. Monk makes a big shot, and then no transition defense, in my opinion, on this Kentucky team, and North Carolina beats them down the floor. And, yeah, Luke May, you wouldn't really think of him being the hero for North Carolina Tar Heels.
No, not really sure. I knew exactly who Luke May was before last night. But, you mentioned Kentucky's transition defense, but I do have to give credit to North Carolina's point guard there, because I thought if you've got 7 seconds to set up a three-pointer, boy, you couldn't have executed that just about any better. So a great column this morning too in Sports Illustrated breaking down that whole play.
Do you like the fact that we have kind of the unknowns here with South Carolina, Oregon, Gonzaga, all making their first trips to the Final Four, and you throw in North Carolina? Do you like these matchups coming up this weekend?
Yeah, I think if you like good defense, definitely the South Carolina Gonzaga matchup is a good one, right? Probably maybe the two best defensive teams in the whole country. And now, if I were filling out a bracket, I probably would not have picked Oregon because obviously they was a key player in the Pac-12 and everybody in the Pac-12 tournament, and everybody thinks that they're ripe for an upset. So there's another reason not to fill out a bracket, right? I would have lost interest at this point because I would have had Oregon losing in the first round, and now they're in the Final Four.
All right, of the Final Four teams, Pete, who are you going with on Saturday? And then the two teams that will play for the national championship on Monday night in Phoenix.
I like North Carolina Gonzaga, and I like North Carolina to win it all. It just seems like a lot of times when a team loses that sometimes you have to lose first before you win it, and maybe that's what North Carolina is able to take from last year, and it gets them through this year.
Come back after the buzzer beater loss to Villanova in the championship. Yeah, I could see North Carolina. I think Gonzaga's playing. You know what? Nothing is going to surprise me. It's just the way it rolls in the NCAA tournament. Pete, always a pleasure Monday morning. Thank you, and we'll talk to you this time next week. Have a great week.
Okay, thanks, guys. Have a good week.
Thank you, Pete. You too. Pete Iorizzo every Monday morning here on Big Board Sports.